Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Ashley Van Dyke with Advantage Software, and on today's video, Require ID and Verified IDs for Bridge mobile sessions, I'm going to show you a new feature in version 10 that gives you even more control over your Bridge mobile sessions. Require ID allows you to ensure that only people who have verified their email address within Bridge Mobile are able to join your sessions. The Verified IDs list allows you to specify, and Verified IDs allows you to further restrict who can join your sessions by allowing you to provide a list of IDs that will be allowed to join your session. The combination of these features gives you the maximum control of who can see your sessions. I'm in Eclipse, and I'm first going to demonstrate the Require ID feature. I'm going to start a real-time file. I'll press OK to start real-time. I'm going to call my file Require IDs and press OK once more. I'll choose my starting stroke. And for my Bridge mobile session, I'm going to choose Internet Only. And I'm going to leave my document name alone, and I'm going to provide a password. I'll give this document name and the password to my clients. For this example, I'm going to check Require ID, and I'll press OK to start the session and begin real time. I'll begin writing, and now I can attempt to join the session in Bridge Mobile. I'm going to open up my browser, and if I go to connect.eclipsecat.com, before I attempt to connect to the session, I'm going to go to Settings and Info. Here you see that I don't have a name or email address set up. If I tried to connect to my file, which is in room 4, I'll put in the password after selecting the job and press the green check mark. And you see that at the bottom right, it says identification required, and it doesn't allow me to open the session. Additionally, if I return to Eclipse, go to Tools, Connection Magic, View Connections, you see that there's no one who has joined my session. Since I didn't have any information available under Settings and then Info for my name, email address, and password, I wasn't able to join the session because Require IDs was checked when I began the session. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this information. And Bridge Mobile will automatically send me an email to validate this information. I'm going to go ahead and check this email address. And you see that I have an email for email verification for Bridge Mobile. I'm going to click on that email and click the link. And now my email address has been verified, and so I should be able to join any session that has Require ID selected. So now, if I return to Settings, Info, you see that I have my name, my email address, as well as my password now set up. I can go to Connect, Room 4, select my Require ID session, input the password, and now I'll be able to connect without a problem. And so I have gotten all of the text that was already written, and I'm getting all of the new text that is being written currently. And all I had to do in order to join the session was simply verify my ID using the email system built right into Bridge Mobile by going to Settings and then Info. Inputting my name, email address, and selecting a password and hitting the green check mark prompted Bridge Mobile to email me an activation link, and I was able to do so. And once my account was verified and activated, I was able to join the session without any issues. I'm going to close out of this session now. And I'm going to stop this real-time file. I'm going to start another real-time file. And I'm going to call this one Valid IDs. I'm going to choose Internet Only again. And I'll leave the document name alone, and I'll select a password. I'm going to leave Require ID checked, and I'm going to click the Valid IDs button. In this list, I can place each email address that I'd like to be able to enter my session on one line. If I have more than one email address, I can simply add each email address on its own line in order to allow that email address into my session. I'm going to press OK to save these two valid email addresses, and I'll press OK once more. And I'm going to attempt to join that session. This time I'm going to use Firefox, which I haven't ever used with Bridge Mobile before. Since each browser counts as a separate device, I'm able to just use different browsers to demonstrate these different features. In Firefox, before I attempt to join the session, if I go to Settings and then Info, you see that I have a different name and different email address set up in this browser. When I attempt to join my session, which is in room 3 this time, even though I do have my email address validated, I'm still not allowed into the session, and it tells me that no invitation has been found. And that's because my email address was not listed in the valid list of valid IDs when I set up the session in Eclipse. If I close out of Firefox and return to Microsoft Edge, since in Settings Info, I have the email address I listed in Eclipse as a valid ID here, I can connect, go to room 3, select my valid ID session, and hit the green check mark. And all information that has already been written is in my document, and all of the new information being written is added automatically. And since my email address was a valid one, I didn't have to undertake any extra steps in order to join the session. I simply needed to make sure that I was registered with the appropriate email address. So no matter who you would like to allow into your Bridge Mobile session, you'll be able to specify that information easily. When beginning a real-time file, in the Bridge Mobile session settings window, you have two options of how you can control who sees your file. First, you can simply turn on Require ID, and anyone who has not registered their account with Bridge Mobile will not be able to join your session. This will prevent any unidentified users from joining. Having just Require ID set up will ensure that everyone who joins your session has to have registered their account with Bridge Mobile and has to have a valid email address as an identifier. And you'll see that email address in the Users and Session box. If you choose to also use the Valid ID section, you can list as many email addresses, one per line, as you need to allow these email addresses into your Bridge Mobile sessions. And this information is retained between jobs, so if you're continuing the same trial, you will not have to input this information day after day. Once you have all of the email addresses you'd like to allow listed one per line, simply press OK and set up the rest of your session information. The combined power of Require ID and Valid IDs allows you to ensure that only people who are authorized to view your real-time session will be able to view it. If you're a cart provider, this will ensure that even if your session information is readily available, only your approved cart clients will be able to see your session and have a copy of it. If you're a court reporter, this will ensure that only the attorneys who have paid for your real-time services have access to it. These combined features give you a great deal of control and will ensure that you're always able to provide your real-time to all of your clients and no one else. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope that in addition to Require ID, that the new version 10 feature for validated IDs will help you secure your real-time to the greatest extent possible and ensure that you're getting paid for every service that you provide. As a reminder, Advantage Software offers anytime support 24/7. Tech support can be reached anytime, including weekends and holidays, at 772-288-3266. Email support is also available at support@eclipsecat.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we publish new content in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.